Hello, gorgeous, lovely Starseeds. It's Alexander Quinn, and I really want to make a sort of slightly short and sweet video today, but probably one of the more important videos that I'm making in the first quarter of this year. And it's directly relational to a post that I put out on my Telegram channel. If some of you that follow my Telegram channel, I'm putting out information every single day about the energies and things going on. So if you haven't been there, by all means go there, but it's relational to a very specific Telegram post that I put out. And when I put that post out, the result of that was mail that started coming in from all over the world with the same narrative, with the same story. It didn't matter whether it was black, white, Asian, old, young, Christian, Muslim, what race, religion, all across the world. I had the people saying the same thing, saying, I've been having some of these symptoms, if not all of them, and I've been to the doctor, and the doctor keeps sending me home. There's nothing wrong with me. Am I going crazy? I don't know what's going on. So I just want to address this because some of this is going to now increase. And I've been saying this quite a lot recently, but I just want to address it again. In the run-up, especially to October, the solar flooding that's going to come in now is going to start having a huge impact on your consciousness. And your consciousness is comprised up of a lot of different things, including your mental body, your emotional body, your physical body, and if your third eye is open and you know how to go in, your light body. If you don't know how to go in and see it, send me an email and I will teach you, but that's something that's not important at this moment in time. So as this solar flooding is coming in, it's going to rewire you, this electromagnetic energy that's coming in. So if you could imagine being back at school, probably for some of you this is probably quite a long time ago, but imagine being back at school, in the science class, and you have an electric circuit, and you've rigged up some batteries, and there's a light bulb at one end, and you have amperes and voltage going around the circuit. Now as you increase the amperes and the voltage going around that circuit, you're going to need to change the way the circuitry and the batteries and the resistance, all that kind of stuff works. Now, I'm not an electrician, but I do know that you need to rewire circuitry to allow higher voltages to go through it. Just the same as your body, as the electromagnetic energies are coming in with the proton flux, especially with the residual energies that are coming in, not necessarily always the KP index, but also the cosmic gamma that's coming in because the heliosphere as our sun is changing, and then that is changing the heliosphere profile of our own Earth. Yes, we're getting more light encoded information, or should we call it gamma, coming from our own sun, but also cosmically because the sun's heliosphere is changing, which allows more to come through, magnified by the protonic belt that we're already going through, which started in the 60s, hence the summer of love and all that energy that came in around that time, 67. And it's going to change the wiring on an electrochemical level in your body. So if your body is going to have to take on, and it is going to have to take on as the solar flooding increases all the way up until October, big time now, like an electrical circuit, your body is going to have to rewire itself. And because it's going to have to rewire itself, you're going to have these circuitry upgrades. And when we get these circuitry upgrades, your body has to rewire itself all in one go. And when that happens, usually you're going to get all the Ascension symptoms in one go, which is a cycle we've just actually had within the past 6 weeks. A lot of people have gone through this. And this is the post that I put out on my Telegram channel. So when we get these circuitry upgrades, usually, sometimes you can get all the Ascension symptoms in one go. Dizziness, headaches, lower back pain, neck pain, blurred vision, achy joints, painful joints, extreme fatigue, erratic sleep, flu-like symptoms, hot and cold flushes, confusion, extreme detox sensations, allergies to food heightened, allergies to smoking heightened, allergies to alcohol increased, vivid dreams, shivering, irritability, aversion to anything out of your alignment, inability to socialize, loss of appetite, a thirst that can't be quenched, thoughts that, if left unchecked, spiral out of control, increased heart rate, heart palpitations, ringing in the ears, increased telepathic and synchronistic abilities, heightened extreme sensitivity to noise and light. And women are finding that some of their periods are a little bit heavier, and also finding that they are a little bit more erratic. Some of you are finding that you're losing a bit of weight over this time. Some of you are finding that old habits that are linked to your physicality are really suddenly starting to show themselves in terms of an adverse reaction. They're showing, okay, it's time to stop or slow down or modify whatever it is you're doing. And as we've got another 2 circuitry upgrades within your DNA at an etheric level or a metaphysical level, whatever you want to call it, that are going to happen in the lead up to October now, so that your body can go from more Homo sapien into more Homo luminous. And they're going to happen with all those symptoms suddenly all coming in at once. And then some of you will say, oh my God, what's happening to me? Am I dying? And it's mostly the old souls that will go into that consciousness akashically and be faced up against your death codes. Because in a previous lifetime, on lots of Earth existences, not so much the new souls, not so much the crystal children or the rainbow children, most of the old souls, because they have an akashic remembrance that comes up conceptually as emotion to say, oh my God, am I dying? What's happening to me? And then you start mentally spiraling or whatever. So I'm bringing this out to say there's nothing wrong with you. You're not dying. Because I'm getting mail from all over the world saying, oh my God, what's wrong with me? What's happening? Blah, blah, blah. So I know it's happening, and I see it with my clients. And when I don't work through my own light body, it's starting to happen to me as well. So I have to keep on top of it. There's very few people who are totally immune to this. It's a massive upgrade. It's called Ascending. And now that the Ascension energies truly are here, the Mother Ascension is taking off her mask and saying, well, the energies are here. Here we go. So the intensity of the energy is going to show you within your mental, physical, emotional, and your light body where the resistance is, so that it can come up and out. And that's where you've got to keep checking yourself regularly now. Where is my consciousness within my 4 bodies? Where is the density that's coming up? Where is the resistance, and where is it originating, and which other parts of my consciousness within my bodies is it now affecting? And in much the same way, stress will affect your physical and emotional body. Your light body will also affect your mental and emotional body, in much the same way that when clients have a throat that's shut down in their light body for 5 to 10 years plus, I can usually take an educated guess, and they've got thyroid problems 9 out of 10 times. And just because you can't see your light body because you have been trained metaphysically to do it, it doesn't mean that it's not there and it's not interacting with the rest of you. It is. So energy is going to be such a big part of what it is you're feeling, and these, what people designate and generalize as Ascension symptoms. They're going to be coming in and out, the ringing in the ears and everything else, as it really starts to ramp up now. And your body's going to start saying, we need to drop this, we need to drop this, we need more sleep, we're feeling a bit more fatigue, we need more rest, because you're changing from the inside out. If you can imagine brakes on a car, yeah? When massive solar radiation comes in, the brakes on your inner car just apply the brakes a little bit in order to slow down, but it creates heat, yeah? Like on a disc, it creates heat. Now the brakes are having to go more and more and more, like this. So it's creating more and more heat on your internal inner brake disc. So you're being actually heated almost from the inside out. That's why some of you are getting more night sweats. You're waking up drenched in sweat at sleep, and you're having erratic sleep patterns, because you're literally being superheated at a DNA level from the inside out. And that's why you need more water, so you can work as a superconductor for this energy to pass through you. So really what I'm trying to say here is be expectant of where these energies are going to come through in your consciousness, in your 4 bodies. Keep track of it. You're not dying. There is nothing wrong with you. Although some of you will say, yes, but how ludicrous, yeah? And yet I'm getting mail from all over the world with people saying, I don't know what's happening with my body, blah, blah, blah. I keep saying the doctor, so I know what's going on. And it's the elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about. So I just wanted to bring it up to say you will get through this. You will be absolutely fine. 2025, mostly Q3 and 4, or what we designate as quarter. The second half of next year will be more of a rest period. Then 2026 is a reconstructing year, and then boom, we're into the next very heightened stage of the Ascension process, 2027 onwards, which is when the beginning initiation processes of more contact is going to start coming in relational to where we are and our consciousness is in terms of readiness. So we've got to go through these massive changes. So it's a little short, sharp, sweet little video today just to say become conscious of these changes that are going to be going on in your physical body and the rest of your consciousness. Some of it is inescapable, and it's not going to happen to you all at the same time, but there will be periods where these circuitry upgrades come and everyone will go through them, or soul groups will go through them at the same period of time. I know that a whole lot of people in my soul group did, people who are not awakened. And I said, how are you doing? And they said, oh my God, I've got the ringing in the ears, the heart palpitations, fatigue, I can't sleep, not eating anymore, blah, 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 all the rest of it. And I had 3 or 4 friends all go through it at the same time. And I just laughed inside. Nicely, lovingly. So become cognizant that this is really going to ramp up now. It's going to ramp up a lot. And it's going to require you to go into a period of detoxification that you've probably not done before in the last 10 or 11 years. So, forewarned is forearmed. Yeah, these Ascension symptoms are about to get into their peak intensity now, as is the solar flooding that's now really coming in. Yeah, like brakes, like going da 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 da, like the ABS or whatever they call it. Yeah, so that technology stops the car from the brakes locking. Yeah. Yeah, the brakes were just touching periodically. Now they're going like that. And it's superheating you in as we get more and more and more of these waves coming in more frequently. And you don't need the big ones to feel that fatigue when it hits your body. Now, next year is going to physically feel very, very different for you. Yeah, and you're going to feel like you've almost come out the spiritual trenches. But this density has to come up and out of you, especially akashically, because you can't carry these heavy bags into an ascended planet. There's a lot that the physical body needs to go through in the next 12 months. So be kind to yourself. And I'll see you soon. God bless.